Hello and welcome to another Meet the Characters video for Hero Forge for Bury, the new Roll Together campaign that will be streaming January through March in our Monday slot, which is 6 to 9 p.m. UK time on twitch.tv/D&D and twitch.tv/RollTogetherRPG. I'm George Lockett. I will be DMing the campaign, and I'm here with Ed Cartwright, who will be playing. Ed, why don't you introduce yourself? Just tell us who you are, and then we'll talk about who you'll be playing.
Hi, my name is Ed. I use he, him pronouns. I am an actor. I live in London on a boat. What is there more that I should?
No, that's a good intro. I feel like leave them on a question. That's always yeah. And so you'll be playing. So do you want to just say who you'll be playing in this campaign? Maybe they have a little bit of history in previous games. Who can say? And just to sort of the basics, like just intro who they are, and we'll sort of tease out the rest as we make this Hero Forge finish.
So my character's name is Viorica Jordash. Who is a male half elf bard. The half elf is a wood elf, and they are. Yes, they definitely have a lot of history. They have been part of a campaign already, because this is quite a comparatively high level campaign that we're coming into, and so we've had quite an unusual thing whereby this character. Usually, people come into a campaign having already decided to become an adventurer. This character, Viorica, was definitely not an adventurer before he started the previous campaign, but is now very much moved into that. And I think has sort of an idea of how an adventure is supposed to be, and which may not be entirely true.
but something that they're trying to live up to and trying to put into practice.
Yes, is exactly the thing.
Cool, fantastic. Well, let's see what we can make for Viorica. So yeah, we're using the Hero Forge miniature builder. We're going to be going through the different options here. So we're sort of going to start building out like the very broad clay stuff, like the character race and the sort of general details of sort of head and facial features, body, like all the things we can get really granular and dig into that. And I'm sure you'll have fun. And then we can get to sort of building out clothing and gear and start posing them and coloring them in and all the rest. And it's all terribly exciting. So I'll show you briefly these options here. I think there is a specific half-elf option for the species, but we can skew more human, we can skew more elf by using the human or elf body types. There's obviously lots of other options that get really we get really in there with like half demon, anthro canine, minotaur.
Amazing. Turtle person.
I think I've said this to everybody I've done this with, but I just constantly want to make all the other characters that I've done.
Yeah, completely. And also, I'm now thinking, I've got so many other characters that I've made, obviously, that aren't for this campaign. I want to make things with all of them.
Jump in and it's genuinely quite a lot of fun and easy to lose hours just tinkering with things.
Just tweaking. Show me the half elf stuff.
Masculine or I've got there's masculine and feminine sort of body types for each one. Which would you like me to show me for all three?
Masculine, definitely.
Masculine, and you say half elf, or where do you want to start?
Start with a half elf.
That is the masculine half-elf build. I can just pan that around for you.
Yes, no, that's good.
And I can compare it.
Because Viorica is human presenting, if you see what I mean, but only because he does have this very long hair, which I've slightly got at the moment. I am going to be having a haircut by the time we get to this.
I'm just increasingly slicking my hair back and hoping that
it's how it works. But yes, he's got sort of long, sort of shoulder-length blonde hair.
Got it. We can play it. So these three options cover the broad sort of body type and a lot of the default settings. We'll be able to even like swap out the different ears. We'll do hair. So if you prefer one of the body types, but like the ears aren't quite right, we can.
Right. In which case, show me half elf and human.
So this is half elf, and then this is human. So there's some more, sort of more angularity to the features. A lot of this we can.
The angularity. I prefer the angularity. I think that works better.
Full elf goes even slightly shorter and more angular, but we can pick the face shape. We can play with all of these things.
Let's start here. I like the half elf male form to begin with.
Right. I just also like the default pose for all of them, which is like, hey, it's this very sort of like neutral and welcoming.
No. Yeah, that's not bad. Okay,
cool. So we're going to start with the head. So I'll just run you through the things we'll be going through, so you kind of know what's coming. Yeah. We'll do like there's this kind of broad face type. And we can play with the softness slider. We can play with some of the angularity there.
Yes, I see the thing. Yes, that's great.
Ears, hair, beard, all the details separately, and we can make up for a lot of these. Some of these we will come into them and we'll go, okay, there's some of these things that are very clearly for a specific type of character choice. But I'd like to surprise you with those when we get there. But starting us off with this one called Noble Features.
Yes.
And there's a sort of range from bold, delicate, heavy, bulbous, smooth, round, gnomish.
Amazing. Elegant would be good for. I like elegant for Viorica.
This what we have now is Noble. I'll show. This is elegant.
The differences.
It's a bit sharp. So I think it's higher cheekbone. Everything sort of pulls slightly up.
Yep, I prefer elegant. That's definitely elegant would be my choice then.
And I think
he's a fragile flower, this Viorica.
Excellent. I suspect that this end of the slider is better, but we can soften out some of that. We can make it.
Oh no, soften right the way. Yes, that's better.
There you go. So that actually sharpens. I was kind of thinking it would do the opposite and where it sort of, but no, it's sort of pulling everything.
Yeah. No, I like that. He's very fine boned and very. Yes, exactly. Very tall and thin is the idea. But yeah,
we'll get to play with build in a minute, actually, which is always all of these ones are quite good, and then you get to the one where we do all the granular build stuff, and I think I'll have a lot of fun with that. So we have ears. It started us off with the half elf ears, and again we can play around. I mean, we can do ridiculous things like fox ears and ear fins. That's another one. But we can
show me the ear fins, please. Show me the ear fins.
Half the fun is just playing around with these options where you go, well, no, this is obviously not right for this character, but I want to know.
Yeah. Wait, who are they for?
I think you can play mouse characters. Yeah, I think it's sort of little mouse characters.
God, yes, that's crazy. Oh, those are gorgeous. Show me the fuzzy ones.
Fuzzy fawn ears. Fuzzy fate ears.
This is correct.
Wings to your head. And the elephant, of course. Yeah, this is.
We're getting off topic.
No. This is part of the fun, genuinely. But I mean, I'll get back to half elf is what it started us with. So you sort of say human presenting. Do you want more human ears than? Because obviously,
let's try it. Show me the more human ears.
These are human ears.
I do want a spike on them, but just not quite as big as that.
Might be the middle ground. It depends what we do with the hair as well.
That's what I mean. If it's bigger and longer hair, then I don't mind that. I'd like him to be. What's the Pratchett phrase? A hint of elfish.
Yeah. We can leave the half elf for now. And we can see what we do with hair, and if it seems wrong in context, we can jump.
Exactly. They shouldn't be sticking out and sort of beyond the hair, if you see what I mean.
Cool. All right. Well, the hair's next. Actually, we'll do that now, and we can come back and see what it measures. So what broadly?
Flowing mane, a sort of flowing.
Well, that's not quite
yes, that kind of thing.
Or even longer. I'm sure we've got longer things. A bit fringy.
That one's not bad.
Long unbraided hair.
Oh yes, no, that's that is exactly how he wants to look. And yes, you can see that the ears are coming through that.
I think we'll see what. I mean, is this a good base for hair, or what do you? I can show you some of those.
Well, hang on. What's the one just below it?
Just below that one.
Just below that, yes. So long mane, actually. That's better. That's a lot better. And actually, the ears then aren't such a problem.
There's a little shove through. If you want to,
that's fine. It's just as long as it doesn't stick out and is obviously different from the hair. Here, it's kind of part of it, which I quite like.
Yeah, we'll see how it looks when we colour it. And if it's we can colour it the same as the hair, but we can see how it fits. And if it's hidden by the hair anyway, the small ears might fit better. But we'll see.
Yeah, that's cool.
Lovely mane of hair.
Yeah, that's exactly what I want.
Beard?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I don't think he can.
Now we have straight, plain eyebrows. We have the bushier eyebrows. We have one with a little piece missing on one side. Nice. Pierce brows, scaly brow ridges, probably not, or the monobrow.
Show me the monobrow. I don't think this is going to be it, but I want to see. No, that's definitely not him.
There's going to be a lot of that. I just want to see. I want to see what it looks like.
Yeah. Show me the bushy ones.
Bushy ones.
Oh no, they're thin. They're thin.
Yeah, they're a bit much with the mane as well.
Yeah, they have to be that. He's not going to have pierced. I myself would like a piercing, but no, I think Viorica does not. Viorica is very much a clean thing. That looks great. I like that. So eyes. Now.
This is one of the options. We'll be able to play around with some of the details here, but you can see this is one of those very specific robot eyes in this. But we'll be able to play around with the colouring, the depth.
But just eyeballs. Just eyeballs for me.
I can show you the.
That looks absolutely awesome, but no, they need to be normal eyeballs. Love that. That's an option.
Teeth, again, a lot of these are for specific sort of character types. The main one you want to see the difference between there's the standard teeth here, which is kind of filled in on the miniature, or there's this more articulated version where you
Yes, I see.
It partly depends on the facial expression you end up with, and we can come back and tweak it if it seems wrong. But these are the
No, I
two
think
that-
normal teeth. There's a slight hint of Des O'Connor about him.
Okay.
If you white,
Yeah.
that kind of thing. Yeah, no, teeth is just that's good.
And this is another one that's
Lord.
obligatory to look. It's rude not
Yes.
to look, but you probably don't want any of the.
Go down. I want the mohawk.
Oh, you want the? Where are we? The that one.
Yes,
This one. Well, you can combine them as well. Yeah,
that's amazing. What is that one? What's
the giant
What?
earring?
Who has those?
I don't. Oh, maybe it's so you can. Yeah, there we go. No, it's less for the aesthetic of the miniature. It's for. I didn't even know this was a thing. It's so the person can attach it to an earring or I guess a
Oh
necklace.
my god, you can get them as earrings.
I
coolest thing.
didn't know about that.
That's amazing. I am definitely going to get myself a pair of things for that. That's crazy cool. Okay, can we go down the horns?
Yeah, I'll show you. There's some great options here. You've got small curlies. You've got the big.
That's badass. Yeah, that's very cool.
I have
Okay.
decided that whatever character I play next has to have horns, just on general principle. That's
Yes.
sort of
Oh, I want antlers. That's very cool. Although you would have trouble getting in and out of houses.
yeah,
Makes him
and
5 feet
yeah.
taller. Yeah. God, that's cool. What's the one just below? There's the curly Rams ones, and then there's two below that. Can I see both of those too?
These ones.
Wow, those are not okay. Those are very cool. Are those demonic?
Elemental style.
That's elemental. I see. Yeah.
I guess it is. Yes, they're sort of made of stone.
Right. And what are these?
Horns.
Oh, those are beautiful. Now you see, those just look. Yeah, you see, all of this is very, very cool. Right, yes, Viorica definitely doesn't need these, but God, they're cool.
No, exactly. Yeah,
Yes,
I made up my mind about
right.
this character having horns, but so expression we'll cover when we get to posing. But
That's fine.
we'll do body first. I can remove this is sort of this like default tunic shift kind of thing. I can remove that if you want to see particular details of the body that you can't see clearly through it, or I can just leave it on. But I'll
Right.
show you
Okay.
what's-
Well, now this is the first physical thing about Viorica. This isn't necessarily going to get seen by people who watch the thing. We don't know that. What I mean is, this is a big reveal, which did get revealed in the last campaign.
I think unless we need to, we can see if it comes up here. If you need it to come up here, but whatever it is, you can.
Basically, he has an unnaturally long body.
I see.
I don't know if you can do that in here.
We can. I mean, so this first section is the broad body type, and I think you'll just want to stick with the humanoid torso. Ditto with the legs, because this is again for doing very sort of specific things. But we then get to do
awesome
measurement stuff. So
hooray. Yeah.
first off is height, and I can show you the chart. I can show you the chart.
6'5".
It's giving you
6'5". I don't know.
6'5" is there according to this. The slider has like a sort of
Yeah. I would say. Oh, I see what you mean. Yes, no, because I want him to be. This is what I mean about like he needs to be like lengthened.
we can
So
do.
actually, I think height's probably
play around with scaling.
Yes, scaling is what we need then. Yeah. Okay. Fine.
We'll start with 6'5". If it doesn't look quite right at the end, we can play around with. We can come back to this. So just tell me
Exactly,
if you
that's fine.
So he starts out and he's tall.
Yes.
Head scaling we probably don't want.
No, I think let's leave it.
I couldn't quite make sense of this. But building a character like a gnome or a halfling or a character with a smaller build, it makes a lot more sense. There's sort of those character
That's true.
species.
That's true. But yes, no, this one he definitely.
on the taller humanoid.
He does. Yes,
Head.
he does have a big head, but it looks perfectly right in comparison to his thing. Ooh, now wait.
Cool, and we can do this as an aggregate, or we can do it by the broad 3 body parts. So I can show you the range.
I'd say he's as thin as. Well, show me the bottom.
That's the bottom end of
I'd say he's the bottom. He's very skinny.
Yeah, and there are other options we can do lower down, which it will have at different settings already, which control like waist and belly and all these kind of things. So we can. There'll be more tweaks to come with this. Posture. So it's right in the middle to start with. This is very much like the sort of forward hunch, like me at a computer desk, or the full.
Like your computer desk. I would say it's the furthest back, because I think he's got quite good posture.
Yeah, that's kind of what I had in mind. I always find this quite a revealing one for characters. It's the first one where you go, this small slider says a lot about who this person is.
It really does. Now the thing is, because he's so tall, he might have to crouch occasionally. But I think that his natural thing, because he's a singer and all of that kind of stuff, is that. I think that works very well.
Right. I think how I would describe this to others is like, yeah, all what we're trying to show in the miniature is like the iconic sort of form of this character, like something that represents them. Yeah, when it comes to who they are and what they're like.
Yeah.
Again, we can look at this in light of whatever pose we end up choosing. But I don't agree. This is good. This is a nice upright kind of stance.
Definitely. That's how
I believe broadness of the shoulders and sort of chest and upper back. So it's that kind of
wow. Okay, yeah, that's a bit much, but no, but actually broader than you might imagine.
Interesting. Okay.
Yes. I'd say right about there. Yeah. I'd say about sort of 2/3 up. I would call that. But yes, he's quite wide and broad, but very skinny. That looks good. I like that.
And then upper scale, this is the sort of the inverse triangle of the upper chest and everything. So there's this sort of...
Actually, that's good. No, higher. Not quite right up to the top, but try 2/3 again.
2/3 is here?
Yes, that kind of thing. That looks good. Yes, well, we might come back to that, but I think that's what I want him to be.
0.58. If you want, you can narrow that down, but that's I like where
I like the thing. But he should have that look of that inverse triangle thing, which I find deeply attractive. On him should be enormous.
Fantastic. Well, this is, and again, so you can already feel the sort of the tallness is coming out more that we sort of.
Yeah. That's exactly what I'm thinking.
It's upper scale. So arm length is again this is default 0, so this is scaling up relative to the body. So
show me the longest.
The longest is somewhat.
Yes, that's ridiculous. But again, I would say actually about 2/3 again.
Yeah.
Because everything is very long like that. He is very
different characters. Because some of these sliders on other characters I built with people has been like I kind of going on. Yeah, when would someone want this exactly? Other than again like specific characters. And then on this it looks completely natural. I'm like, oh yeah, okay. So it's just
it does work. Yeah, no, it can exactly
over there until
yes, the musculature slightly less maybe on the arm length. Sorry, musculature.
Yes, this is muscularity. So this is sort of it's in the I'm pointing at the screen. You can't see where I'm pointing. It's in the shoulders, the neck, the sort of hips and legs kind of territory. So it was about.
I'd say back where it was. Yeah, back where it was. Show me the bottom.
That's the bottom.
I think a little bit up because he's not completely muscleless.
Gives a bit of depth.
But he's lean. Do you know that? Do you know that thing? He's lean. I think that's good.
Lean muscle. Yes, we've got about 0.2 there.
Yeah, that's fine. I think that's fine. Bust? No.
Yeah.
That's
nice
fine.
and easy.
Waist. Show me the bottom.
It's kind of the full. It's that sort of quarter point. So that's the bottom.
That's ridiculous. Show me the top.
The top is about even with the. It's about.
Okay. In which case, 2/3 again, I'd say.
Yeah, I think that's a natural.
Yes, I think that fits. Because he doesn't want to look too. I mean, he doesn't want to look pretty angular. There was one of the things I wrote in the character description was like an Egon Schiele painting. Do you know what I mean? That's slightly like. Yeah. So there's a hint of that, but I think that's probably the. I don't want him to look. I don't want him to look like a freak. I don't want him to look too out of proportion. I think that about covers it.
Cool. Okay, and we've got 3 more on here. So we've got belly, which is sort of the fullness of the midriff there.
No, none. Absolutely none. Absolutely none.
I thought curves are sort of the hips and upper legs.
Show me
through there. So that's
no,
the bottom.
No, none at all. None at all. And no, I think he's one of these people like Jarvis Cocker. No bum at all.
Yes. Oh no, we haven't even got to the bum yet. There is a specific.
The booty. I can see the booty is the next one, and that's hilarious.
So we've got curves, and then this. So this is that. So if you completely flat bottom, then that's.
I think that's what I mean. He's very much the unlike myself. He does not have a rump.
Got it.
Yeah, that's cool.
Let's just see where. Yeah, it's still 6'5", so that's got the height coming out and the sort of.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
And the angle, and also the sort of slightly permanent thing of when. I don't know if you have any sort of nephews or nieces or sort of younger brothers and sisters and stuff. That midpoint teenager, sort of around 13, 14 thing, when they're too big for themselves, so just had their first growth spurt.
Parts look like they're growing out of proportion or growing at different speeds to one another. Yeah,
exactly. That's what's happening with Viorica.
Got it.
And that's what I mean. So it's that slightly kind of he can fold himself into quite a small space, but he takes up more space than it feels like he should, which is working well with this. I think that's
fantastic. Good. Okay, so that's all the measurements, and you say you're happy with all of that. These proportions look great. We can anything that looks out of proportion. If we not out of proportion, anything that looks, if we pick a pose and things that need to be tweaked, we can come back here. But I think this is really good.
That's fine.
Again, obligatory. You've got to see what the character looks like with wings, but.
That's so cool. He needs wings. He's going to have to make a pact with somebody at some point to get some. That's pretty perfect. There's also the one down. I mean, that's cool, but that one.
Oh, they're just begging for some nice shiny, pretty colours.
Yeah, it's for them to be gold or something. Oh, and one. Yes, no, but that's cool. But one below that, yes. You see, he wants to be a fairy.
That's perfect. Giant fairy ones. And likewise tails.
He's definitely not got them, but oh my god, look at this. Okay, show me.
Tails, yeah. Which one do you want to see?
Show me down, all the way down to the bottom.
All the way down. Okay, we've got
that one.
Foxtail.
The large foxtail. Show me the large foxtail. That's pretty him.
Yeah. You sort of see alternate versions of the character, and there's sort of aspects that they might have within them that are not on there. Yeah,
exactly.
This is such a small thing, I almost missed it. There is a tail count drop down.
Oh my god, that looks amazing!
9 foxtails.
That's so cool.
I've completely missed that in the past, and that again is just immediately. I've been merely aspiring to have a character with a tail, and now I'm like, well, clearly I wasn't dreaming anywhere near big enough.
If you can go up, there's one with sort of bits coming off it. One up from that, and that one. Oh, that's a lizard tail, is it? Show me 5 lizard tails. Amazing!
The weirdest auction I've ever been part of. Can I see? Can I show me 6 tails?
Show me the money.
That's great.
Okay, cool. Yes, he definitely doesn't have a tail, but God, I want him to have one now.
Yeah. Then you've got there's ankle or calf fins and forearm fins and spikes, spine spikes, and a tortoise shell, which is.
Oh yes, because you have to have a tortoise shell as a turtle, but no, he is none of these. God, that's cool though.
Cool. So we have body. We have body and head. Everything.
That's him basic. Yeah, that's him basically.
Yeah, and now we get to accessorize.
He is. Now, interesting. He had nothing at the end of his last campaign except basically the stuff that he was standing up in, and that had been torn to shreds. If you see what I mean. I imagine. Oh, now this is going to be interesting. So I imagine the way that he will have been earning money since the end of the last campaign is basically going from tavern to tavern, singing. So he will have tried. I imagine he would have tried to put on some finery. The problem is that anytime he would have tried to do that, he would have remembered all of the finery that he lost in the house fire, and it would have depressed him a bit. So if there's anything that can do, I mean, is there a jester?
Oh, there'll be something along those lines. So we've got there's some pre-baked outfits here, but I think we'll probably go in and do the granular stuff. So we've got. I think it makes sense to start with upper wear and lower wear.
Yes,
we've got I'll show you the different. There's different headwears which are usually sort of hoods.
He's not going to have headwear. He's not going to have headwear.
Shoulders are more like epaulets, which is more of an armorish thing, unless you've got some particularly fancy brilliant outfit. Feet is gloves. Master's mask, gloves is but you get the idea.
I do.
So let's look for something finery. There's a bathroom which I feel is not appropriate.
That looks like what's his name from Futurama? Not Zoidberg.
Oh,
what's his name?
Zach Brannigan or something? Yeah, there we go.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's got the right. Sound like a captain's outfit.
Oh no, that's not bad.
That is the noble's dress top.
Yes, I quite like that. Let's leave that there for the moment because he'd like that to be the case.
Cool. I can show you other options if you want to see more, but let's
use that as the base. Let's come back to that.
Cool, great. Sorted. So that's comparing.
If you go 3 rows, yes, one. If you go that one, and then the furthest along the other side, is that a frock coat?
That's exactly where I was going next, actually. Yeah.
Yes. I mean, the fact he's now got a tie on is hateful to me.
Yeah.
We change that. I don't like a do-it-yourself.
That's a bit.
That makes him look slightly more like he's trying to be a pirate captain, which he isn't.
Yeah.
But a shirt with big arms, if you can do that.
That's a start. Let's keep.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
There's a kimono.
Ooh, I love him in a kimono, but I think he'd have to find that.
You've got carte blanche here. You can. If you want a kimono, you can tell us how. But I'm not going to stop you because clearly.
Yeah, no, completely. I love the idea. In which case, yes, that might come in our discussion later in the week. But let's try Yes, the one just above the trench coat. Sorry,
just above the trench coat, which is
That's one.
ski. It's a martial arts ski, but I think depending on how you colour and style it, actually will come across differently.
yes,
There's long sleeves, yes.
yes. No, I like that. I like that for him. I think he would try and do something simple like that. I think that's good.
Okay.
Is there?
Oh, yes, some of these are more.
Yeah,
Where are you
show me
from?
the ones. The one to either side of that.
We've got the plain bodice.
Okay, not quite.
Bodice with shirt.
No, not those then. But I love the idea.
Mariachi jacket. That's a new one. That's a new one.
That's lovely for him. Oh, I like all of this. You see, I thought a lot of them weren't going to suit, but they really do. I like that.
There's a lot of great. Dandy shirt and coat.
I mean, he wouldn't have gone up to dandy yet. The one before that was better, I think. So that
Mariachi jacket. Yeah.
because he loves. I think I love the idea of him getting something to tie around his neck like that. I think that's very good.
Okay. We've got
Further
some
down, I think
stuff.
that's gorgeous. Oh, and that's amazing. But again, I don't think he's found that yet.
A bit too there. Ornate robe top. That might be a bit.
That's stunning. Again, something he'd love, but not something he'd have been able to find.
And then I think a lot of these next ones are more different time periods or armory.
Yeah. I'm not big on that. Ooh, yes. Sorry, the one that you had it just on, down to that one.
Like it.
Try that. That's a good one. But also the one to the right of that.
The buckskin top.
No, actually, that's not going to work for him, is it?
Yeah.
Because that's a ranger outfit, isn't it?
It's more sort of wilderness wildy kind of thing.
Yeah.
Let's keep screwing. Yes, I think it's just dress jacket, lab coat now.
Ooh, distress jacket's not a bad call. That's quite good as well.
Bit threadbare, but is going for style, but threadbare.
That's exactly faded grandeur, I believe.
And the Jabbot shirt, the Victorian.
Oh, that's lovely.
shirt.
Because I like the idea. He'd try and be even in the middle of nowhere. He'd be like, I must have my tie, even if it isn't a proper tie.
You must have something to preserve
Yes,
it.
exactly. Do not show off the Adam's apple. That kind of thing.
I should have written down the names. I should have remembered. So the Jabbot shirt is a good option, and then early on you liked the noble's dress top, and then
I don't think that's gonna. That was the first choice, which I don't think works quite so well. But the gi was good.
low cut mode. He was down here.
That's great.
Okay.
Unless I'd say that's my choice. Unless, can you just show me the ones?
Yeah. But what do you see?
I'm happy with that. Unless we can find something better, just show me what we had, where we had before. So down.
The Jabbot
the mariachi. Yes.
Oh, the mariachi. Okay, I can find that from this way. Mariachi. I assume it's floated at the top. We'll scroll down. There we go. Mariachi's jacket.
Yep, I think I prefer that.
Cool. You said you like the neckwear, and it's clearly some very intentional style here, and we can do lots of different colours and the different elements of it.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be a bit threadbare, but I like that. I think that's good.
Yeah, perfect. Cool. So let's look at lower, because the current choice does not quite match the mariachi.
No. However, it's not going to be a lot sort of that kind of thing. Although that makes him look small, weirdly.
Yeah, I think it's the way the rumples are done. So skin pants. We can go for something with skirting if necessary, but Noble's breeches doesn't quite work either.
No, not really.
Jeans, dress pants, these sort of ninja pants.
Ninja pants
what
is
else
an amazing idea. But
there are actual mariachi pants. There you go.
That's pretty cool.
That matches the outfit.
Pretty cool. Because I like to think he'd be a dab hand with a needle and thread as well.
Yeah, so fixing up everything.
So he would have just basically gone, I need something that's not going to get in the way and functional, and that works quite well for it. What are they?
Tailored slacks.
No.
Peasant pants.
Not bad. Keep going.
Got fleece leather pants. No. Cropped breeches. Which is
not bad. Quite like them.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's quite good. Nice little, and I think that the belt works better on that as well, because I think he wouldn't have been able to find necessarily a leather belt yet, but he would have been able to just tie something around. And the rest looks all
skirts. There's sort of nakama and longer things. There are back on top, some more modern stuff. Baggy pants.
What? Sorry, if we go up to the two above that, and on the left,
ornate robe bottom.
No, I got overexcited. I love that.
There are things a bit like that, but they're all a bit tavern skirt.
No, not quite. I'm basically looking for something like a kilt. Would be, if there is such a thing. I mean, obviously there must be such a thing. But
something very similar. Let's go from the top of this section. It's miniskirt, plain short skirt, leg armor, warrior skirt, wrist wrap, waist wrap.
Yes.
Fancy dress bottom.
No, nobles. What does the noble skirt look like?
Noble skirt.
Right. Sorry. One up. One up from that. There we go. No, absolutely not. Okay. Oh,
that's a bit.
I mean, that's badass, but no, that's not happening. Yeah, no. I mean, if I want to take the Mickey out of him, I could do that. Nobody needs something long and flowing if he's going to have anything.
Yeah, fine. I think so there's some more modern stuff here that probably.
Yeah, I love that, and yeah, these are all very cool,
but they're not quite right.
Not quite.
There was the good ones. There was
Mariachi or the short ones.
They were cropped. I even made a mental note of the name, and I didn't.
Yes, this time. I think that's pretty good. I quite like that.
Yeah, I think that's my favourite as well. Yeah. I think that, and it fits so nicely with what you've chosen for the top, and it's a nice
Yeah. And it makes him look he's got that same tallness because it does because his trousers don't fit.
Yeah, which may be the explanation if you like. Yeah, that's perfectly.
It's what fits anyway, or at least he keeps running through thickets and stuff like that, and just keeps tearing them, and then tries to make a style thing out of it. I think that's rather. Yeah. I think that's very, very him. Cool. Okay. So boots.
Feet, boots. We've got shoes and boots of all kinds. Buckskin footwear. We've got them. That's not no.
They look like amazing trainers. I think. Oh, please show me the curly-toed ones. The ones just above.
Yes.
Oh, that's hilarious. Irritating, not quite, because it makes him look like a gnome, but
yes.
Unfortunately,
bunny slippers. They're a dress shoe.
Bunny slippers.
What kind of is he dressed for practicality? I mean, it was a concession to sort of being on the move and all the rest, but.
I quite like those just for the moment. The problem is that when he left again, he definitely wouldn't buy shoes unless his shoes had fallen apart. I don't think they will have fallen apart yet because the ones that he will have had would have been good, but it would have been basically distressed dress shoes. What are the ones? There's ones sort of about down there.
Monk sandals.
They just. Sorry, no, one above.
They are foot wraps, so they are actually like a.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
No, but they're too big. They're too big for
boots and stuff. See, this is tall boots, no, cuffed leather boots, tall boots. Which go up over there, so that you lose a bit of the. You don't see the calf.
Which I would like to.
Okay, so we're focusing on shoes, I guess. So let me show you what else there is. There's sandals. Some of these I think are a bit shorter. Like you see the calf.
That's not bad. That's not bad at all.
They are cuffed. They're cuffed futuristic boots, but I think it depends how we paint them as to what they look
like. Go 5 down from that. There's 4.
These ones?
Those ones. Mariachi shoes.
Mariachi shoes, appropriate enough, yeah.
That's badass.
That
yes. Okay, unless we can, and show me the rest, but I think I've found my choice unless we can see, because you're right, I want something that I can see the calf with.
I think these are the boots, so that hides the calf.
What about them? That's samurai. I mean, awesome, show me, but God, that's cool. But yes, I think that would be a bit odd.
We've got lizard feet.
No, can't have that. But I love
because
it.
Because they're a foot accessory. I kind of wonder if they're like the sort of the feet, the trainers that have toes that you wear barefoot trainers. I kind of see it as like that, but for lizards.
Exactly. That's what it is.
Button shoes, rope sandals.
No, I don't think so.
Cleats.
No. That looks like something out of Back to the Future 3, 2. And the rest of them all look like that.
Yeah, these are boots and high heels.
Yeah, which again I would love him to have, but he doesn't have them.
Different vibe. If you want to justify something, if you want the aesthetic, you can absolutely justify it by the time we open the campaign. I think, but
completely. But there would need to be many more discussions. I'm imagining him more or less just after he's left Baldur's Gate, and in which case Mariachi shoes would be the ones.
I have now lost them, but I can search for them.
Yes, Mariachi, it's easy.
Mariachi, and they'll be at the top.
There we go.
Yeah, I think that's great.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, that's awesome.
So I think you kind of said this already, but there is headwear which is either hats or headbands and
definitely not head. Definitely not him. He doesn't have anything.
Neckwear, we've got the mariachi thing, which has the...
Unavailable with my selection. I'm fine with that being...
It's already got the point up there. Shoulders, I think he's more... I don't think there's any big shoulder pads or anything. But
no, I don't think so. I mean, again, it's something that he would like. Sorry, when I say there's something that he would like, it's more just he would like to have a wardrobe which contained things with this kind of stuff.
He would like so many things.
Exactly.
To him, yeah.
If the company gets a bag of holding, he is going to put an awful lot of what do you call them in.
Change of I'm kind of imagining a modified bag of holding where you can sort of draw out a clothes rail.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that would be amazing.
So there's some bigger jewelry options here as well that we can go in the next section on gear. We can look at individual finger rings and stuff. That's kind of up to you if you think he wears gloves habitually or has found gloves on his travels.
That's what I mean. I don't think he'll have found them. Again, he has no aversion to them and would love loads of them, but he doesn't have them per se.
Great. Aspirations of gloves. Cool. So we have the basic clothing. Yes. So now we get to accessorize. We have gear. I'll take you through the broad categories of options here. I think the goal of this is to represent something he'd definitely have, some sort of any iconic sort of items or things that he would sort of fit with him. And you don't need anything, but there's lots of cool things you can use. There's lots of items, weapons. I think that's on there, but also spell effects, and I'll show you some of the options and kind of where they go. There's things you can put in your hands, they're double-handed or individually. There's stuff you can sort of wear on your hips. There's capes and backpacks and all these things. There's sort of eyewear, rings and piercings. I'll show you some of the examples of big stuff. So I will. What have we got? So I mean, you're not a caster of this kind, but you've got your classic spell book on a wave of magic, I guess.
Nice.
You've got sort of magic flowers. I haven't seen that one before. That's quite nice.
Oh.
You've got individual sort of one-handed effects like this, or even these fancy sort of double-handed
that's
swooshy
great
spell effects.
Yeah.
That was my favourite is probably not Death Fog. It's not Death Fog. It's the rainbow. It's the two-handed rainbow.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah,
that's really cool.
So there's all these spell options. There's also weapons here. There's items. I expect there are instruments here.
This is really irritating because the problem is because he's a singer, he doesn't have. I mean, unless you can do that thing of notes coming out of his mouth, but I don't suppose you can.
I don't know if they do that yet, but I'm going to have a look anyway. No, there's some mouth coverings, but that's
so cool. It's okay. He doesn't have any of them, but oh my god! Oh, if only you could have a moniker.
Again, this is that point where it's just peak building stuff out territory, as in wanting to build more characters around things. Yeah, I guess so. I mean,
wow. Now he had a stiletto.
Oh yeah.
If you type in stiletto, does it have that?
I will check. And if they haven't called it that, then if I can spell it out, is it one? I think that's about right. That's a stiletto.
Yeah, I think
it's close but no cigar. Stiletto. I'll look at daggers.
Yes, daggers would be a
variety of styles. So you do have the elegant dagger.
That would fit.
That's quite big actually.
Yeah, that's not really. Yes, exactly.
What else? He's getting smaller. The tanto. Throwing dagger. Might be some little
throwing dagger.
Apparently so. Yeah. I guess you want to hit someone with it. So,
yeah, exactly. You're going to get there.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It might be something on the. I'll get rid of that. It might be something that's worn on the side. It's very small.
I think that would be better. Ooh, what about that one?
Kukri's quite big. What are you going to say?
No, the one below that. Sorry, that's more the style.
Big though.
No, yeah.
Gladius. Let's go sword and scabbard.
Previously, he had it in the side of his boot. I don't know if you can do that. Can you? Oh, that's better.
There we go. That's more the right kind of size. A little sheath dagger on the hip.
That's nice. Yeah.
Concession to practicality.
Yeah, exactly. I think he'd prefer that.
Okay. There's other things. You've got various sort of pouches.
Grenades? Amazing.
Yeah. My favourite is the whip as well, which also is makes me yeah.
I love
that. Potions and scrolls and pouches like this.
Yeah. No, irritatingly, being a massively impractical man, I think because basically his voice is him, and he doesn't have to carry that, and so I think the idea of carrying anything else when he's never had to in his entire life
redundant. Yeah, why would you if you can avoid it? piercings and jewelry. There's options for rings that we can do per finger in these different styles, and there are piercings.
Oh, that's cool. Okay, piercings.
Earlobe, the upper cartilage, the nose, on the side of the nose, and
Yeah.
the one's covered here.
Amazing. I would say, irritatingly, well, part of his thing is that he wants to remain pure.
Okay.
That was
yeah,
part of the reason why he is the way he is, and so I think that piercings, again, much as I would like him to have them, show me the. Sorry, just go back to the piercings. Show me the. Oh no, you won't be. Yeah, you should be able to see it. Can you show me one on the top of the ear? With do the bottom one.
Yeah, large hoop.
Oh, I see. Oh, I see, like that. Yeah, in which case it doesn't work because he's got too much hair anyway,
Yeah,
and it's not his thing.
His beautiful mane is carrying that anyway.
Yeah, exactly. No, cool. I think much as I would like it, I think I'm done. But God,
Great.
cool.
Okay, we can see if we'll do the posing, because the posing is very revealing, and you can get the sense of if you need something more. But I think we can probably do something that draws out that kind of voice, the iconic nature of the voice from that. So we'll go. I can show you these just for the heck of it.
Oh, show me that bloody motorbike. That's amazing. Yeah, that's absolutely badass.
One little pony.
Wow. Yes, he's really. Show me him on a big horse.
That's more.
It still really gives the sense of how tall he is. That's really cool.
Yeah, he feels big in comparison to these.
Yeah, he really does. That's really cool. If he could do that, he would love to. But unfortunately,
I'll make a note of it. That's good.
The
two main things we have are we got to sort out the pose, and then we start colouring everything in.
That's
so
cool.
I'll show you some. If you want, I guess I will try and start finding something. There's literally a sort of soloist pose.
That's great. That's a very good start.
This is a solid start. With all of these, by the way, we can play with some of the.
So
wow.
We can move. Yeah. I see it.
We'll find a solid base. There's sort of this more like relaxed sort of orator compose.
No, it makes him look
Bridge guard.
That's not bad. Is there anything that he had a thing on our artwork for the previous one? He had him with his hand like he was sort of going, ooh. I don't know if there is such a thing as that.
No, but I wonder. There might be something that's close. If it's something close, we can.
Yeah. That's lovely. That's very much him. Yes, if you can rotate his. Yes, that kind of thing. Oh no, almost. Yes, the thing is that you've almost got him there doing the. Oh.
Yeah, exactly that.
Exactly what I want. That's great. God, this is cool.
So neat, isn't it? You can play around with.
That, and also the fact that he's looking up to heaven is good because he's into Lythander. Yeah, that's lovely because the idea. His thing is that have you ever seen Pavarotti? Not seen, but have you seen footage of Pavarotti performing?
Yeah.
There's the most wonderful thing when he's doing something which is really incredible. He gets a look on his face like he's going, I have no idea how I'm physically doing this. Absolutely incredible.
It's a kind of sublimation aspect, yeah.
And it's slightly the same thing with Viorica. He's kind of, because he's had this voice since the beginning, and so when it really reaches, because he's got a 5 or 6 octave range.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
It's insane. That's the whole thing. And so that's when he does like that the trill run when it goes right from the bottom to the top. He's as surprised as anybody else because it's the most ridiculous range of sound. And so that's why I quite like this, because it's the thing of almost that he would do it. Obviously he loves doing it to an audience because he loves other people being amazed by what he can do, but he also would just do it anywhere at any time. I think probably most mornings because Lythander's to do with the dawn as well. He loves to get up and scare the birds from the trees with a bit of that kind of stuff. So yeah, I like this a lot. Now, what are the other twists? So the head's good.
Head's good. So we've got both left and right arms we can do. I'll show you the axes. So there's this sort of.
Yeah.
And then we can bend in. You can twist the elbow, which I think is sort of this rotation. The clavicle is more sort of this sort of across the body rotation.
Yeah. Could we have it slightly further? So slightly further away from his face, if you see what I mean. If the arm could go slightly.
So to work out which one I'm doing, it's probably a combination of all of these. So twist. So I think we want to be. That is further.
That's it.
Which angle do you want to see it from? Is this angle good for seeing how open it is?
That's the better one. Yes, exactly. That's right. That's how I want that arm. If we could go to the other arm.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I like that, but if it could be slightly further behind his back, there's a challenge for you.
We can do something like that. Let's see. So I need to work. So it's going to be.
That's it. Yes, perfect.
Twist. Bit of a bend. I'm getting better at this. This is good.
Yeah, this is good. Okay, he's now inserted his fist into his buttocks. That's exactly right. That's exactly what I mean. That kind of it's the hand behind the back because you're trying to put it out of the way, so you're not worried about it. Do you know what I mean? Like when you're a performer, it's that kind of like, right, I'm trying to put that there to get it out of the way.
Yeah, I know it's not going to be flapping around doing things while I'm trying to do. Yeah,
exactly. So it's got one hand because he is right-handed, irritatingly. But that's great. I like that as a pose.
Great.
To start with, because that's he does look a bit sort of devil may care.
Yeah, it's someone who's in the raptures of their own performance, and yeah, they're definitely sort of
precisely, and that's precisely him. That's really nice.
Cool. Well, we can
as well because it means that he doesn't. The arms don't look too long, but he does give that sense of being very tall and very angular.
Exactly. Yeah. And when it was by the side, it looked a bit much, I think. But yeah, we can.
Yeah. No, that's great. I'm really pleased with that. And also, there's a hint of he's just about to fall over, which I really like.
Yeah, he's very into what he's doing and what
exactly.
Great.
Even the shoes.
The face is the other thing we can tweak if we want. Although we can. There's the 5 sliders here, which is sort of depth or breadth or magnitude and smile. The cockiness is like the sort of the quirking of one side of the face, and the snarl is snarl and confused and arg.
Love arg.
Arg.
Show me some more arg.
Arg. Oh, actually, that's not what I thought arg was for this time. But if you want an open mouth, that is an option.
I want to come to that at the end because I don't show me the snarl because again I don't think that's going to be it.
Yeah,
definitely not.
Yeah, at most you could get a small peeling back of the lips depending on what you're doing with the rest of the mouth, but probably not.
Not for him.
Cocky.
Show me cocky. Well, show me confused.
This is confused.
That's what Will Smith does for DreamWorks. I'm not doing that.
Cocky is the drawer on one side of the face and the eyebrows.
I love what they're doing with that, but yes, I think that's not really him. But I think right back down to nothing. I like where it is now, but can you? What are the faces that are above that? Can you click on those?
Presets. There's blank. Is sort of smiling, which is all the way up to smiling, I guess.
Yep.
Cocky. I guess some of these are
I
just.
See.
Some of these are just. I think a lot of these are presets from before they gave you the granular sliders. So
right.
You can do.
But I think blank. Yeah, blank then with that much smile.
Yeah,
that's good. That's good because I want that thing of innocence. Do you know that thing when someone is because he is a consummate diva. And so he does know when people are looking at him, but when he's at his best is when he manages to forget that people are looking at him. He's not paying attention.
He gets out of his own.
Exactly. So if I can try and get when he's lost in his own things, and that actually is quite a good version of that.
Yeah.
Oh, and the ears look very good at this.
Yeah.
Now that he's tilted back like that, I think that's really nice.
Yeah, it's great. Okay, so we can play around with any specific. Once we've done some colouring, if things look again like any of it, we can go back and tweak. But we can start with applying some colour, which is when everything just like comes to life. I mean, like,
yeah.
There's two. Well, there's 3 elements really. There's the sort of preset things for the hair, the skin, the eyes, all the rest, which are useful. If one is close enough, we can work from it as a base. Yeah. And the same with clothes. There are these themes which have sort of coordinated palettes.
Right.
None of them have to be exactly right, but if one of them is close enough, you can use it to see what parts can be coloured individually, and then we can take that and go, let's tweak. Or we can just start from scratch. It's up to you. But I'll show you some of these. So what sort of skin colour does Viorica?
Much as I would like him to, he's pale as a sheet. He's absolutely sheet white.
That's the palest skin colour. Obviously, it's got the red hair. We can. Oh, I don't know. I don't know what colour his hair is yet. But
no. But palest. I'm afraid is the one.
Palest, and then we can tweak the detail on that. In fact, let's do that first. Why not? So, what colour are his eyes and his hair?
That I have just got to check. Actually, give me a second. What did I say? I'm pretty sure it was blue, but there may have been a description that I needed. Skin very pale. Oh yes, a wide and startled blue is what I said.
So we have this.
Okay,
this is
perfect.
the base blue.
Hang on. Let me come
There's a
back.
blue with a contact to hide the pupil a bit, but
Ooh. Okay, I think we've got to change the red hair before we do anything else because it's throwing off.
yeah, that's too.
I
We
want
can
that
get
colour
all of these
blue.
colors. I can show you I can show you like the base, and for all of them, I can like manipulate it and get it in the right
But
place.
it's basically white blonde. It's basically white blonde hair as well.
white blonde hair. So it's butterscotch blonde.
Yes, that'll do. That's exactly what I'm looking for. And try
colours.
with the eyebrows too, please.
Yes.
That's it. So exactly. So incredibly pale. That's good.
Wonderful.
Yeah, that's about him.
And then
what?
got the blue eyes.
He's handsomer than I had him before. Can we make those any paler?
Oh, the eyes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Let me find my mixer. So this is where it's already my steady hand
Yes.
to get over it, so I can make them paler. You can see difference slowly coming, I think. So
Yeah. Keep going. To be brutally honest, it's basically that. I mean, I've been pale
That's
enough.
fine. So
Yeah.
here, I think is white with a hint of blue.
That's what I mean. I think actually, could you go, as it were, like 2 degrees bluer than that?
Yep. So that's somewhere about here.
Yeah, that's right. That's right, because it's pale enough that, yeah, exactly. Look at that. So they pop. Yep, I'm liking that a lot.
Yeah, you see it in the light. It's amazing.
Yeah. And clear. It says eyeballs. I can see how bloodshot you can make them. They need to be good and clear.
I haven't
And
even played around with this stuff before. This is
this is yeah.
We can can go as granular as iris size if you wish.
Oh. No. How it is good.
No, I like it. Is the skin color?
The irises. Wow. Yeah.
Is the skin color right? I can change the balance. I can tweak a few things or whatever you like.
Can you show? I mean, can you hold that? As in, like, can you know where that?
I can revert back to this if what we do is wrong.
Go white. Show me the palest possible.
That is the whitest.
Wow.
That is literally the color white.
Yeah. No, that's a bit too much.
So I can
it just makes
slowly
everything-
bring it from there. So we're getting color creeping back. I'll pan the camera a bit. There's light on his face on the model, so it will seem brighter.
Yeah, I think go back to what it was before.
Let's do undo. Oops. That's useful. And undo. And
one more.
Undo. There we go.
Now you see, I think that's fine. I don't want him to look because his skin isn't unnatural.
Yeah.
And I've got a feeling that the whiteness looks actually unnatural.
Let's look at it again in the light of the clothing, and if it's see whether it needs to go up or down from there, depending on what's there.
Yeah.
And on that note, I'll just go through these. I'll just mouse over them. It'll show you what they look like. If any of them are like ish, the right kind of palette, we can make a note and work from it. And if not, it'll just give you some examples of what's what.
God, that's cool. This is going to be awesome because I'm going to get very overexcited by this. Cool. No. Lovely, but no.
Autumn's Champion.
No.
Dark Rider.
Yes.
Okay.
That's a good start. That one is a good start.
Hold and the head. I'll keep going through some of these.
That's good start as well.
Okay, so these two Dark Rider and Serpent Soldier. Chromatic.
I love that, but it's too much.
Shiny. Moonblessed. Pale. Yeah.
Slightly too much. Nope. Dark is where it's going to be coming from, I think.
Yeah, Seafoam.
Again. Okay, so the problem is what he is going to be in is going to be dark and vaguely functional. What he wants to be in is that. That's the sort of crucial difference.
You can make it aspirational if you want. Go with whatever feels right.
I think it's a dark. What's the one next to this?
This is Order of Steel.
Go down one.
Knights of Noir.
That's better. Yeah, Knights of Noir is better.
Luminous Acolyte.
No.
Purple Beater.
That's gorgeous.
Mistwalker. Brazen Hip. Infernal Sure. Shadow Shape. The names are just fun to say, I'm discovering.
Exactly, do it. Oh, I love all this. No.
Crescent Lord.
Oh, now. Oh.
Yeah.
No, it's too good. It's too good. Nope.
Okay, so that's all the pre-baked ones. So the ones I think which ones were it? There
was 2 of them. There was that one. Or it was
Dark Rider and Serpent Soldier. Serpent Soldier.
It's going to be Serpent Soldier.
We'll grab that as our base.
Yes.
And now we can manipulate any and all of this. So what should we poke at? What should we poke at first? I mean, you have the sort of the big colours, the panel colours of the jacket.
That's fine. That's fine. The basic colours I like. What I would like to do. So do you see the piping of the jacket?
Here.
That kind of stuff. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, could you switch that colour? So the colour that the belt is, and the colour that the piping is. Could you switch those two over?
I believe that I can. Let me see. I'm not sure what the most efficient way of doing this, but I will do it.
give it a challenge.
Auburn Concern Tunes. Let me just check. I'll check. So this neckerchief and no, it's slightly different. Okay. Sandrock Bluff. So I can
Sandrock Bluff.
That will just check. Okay, these are the same. So I can grab this one and apply it to the belt, and then I can grab. No, don't want to paint that. I want to grab that. Apply it to the piping.
That's better. That's much better. I like that. On the other hand, he's going to have a colour pop around his neck. Can we go to a colour? Can we go to a colour palette for the one around his neck?
Paints. We've got cloth colours, and I can pick any of these. Again, I can manipulate all of them to whatever detail. But if you want to see one that's
purple, please.
So there's Orion Iron, and there is Aristocratic Aubergine.
I'm not having anything with aubergine in it.
Keen aubergine is brighter.
Yeah.
If one of these is a start, we can tweak it entirely, or we can go for a different.
I'd say a warm. I'd say a warm and go yes. So that one. That's not bad.
This is purple. There's also fleecy fuchsia.
They're both good. Can I see something a bit brighter, actually?
It's pink. I can make one of them brighter. I think it's. Oh, they're actually bright. They're bright.
Yeah. That's not bad. That one, though. So the one that you just had.
Oh, magenta.
That one.
Magenta.
Yeah. Oh.
If it's almost right, then we can make. No, that's a bit much. If it's almost right, we can dial it. We can dial it up and down.
That's what I mean. Actually, no. I think I'm okay with that.
Okay.
It's the thing because what's nice is that there's the because yellow and purple are a great combination, and the whole thing's dark.
Yes.
Can you show me the shoes? What do they look like now?
Hold on. Let me get my camera moving in the right direction.
Yes, exactly.
Zoom.
Actually, no, they don't need any. I was thinking maybe we'd have something on the buckles, but actually no, that's good. Cool. So, and look at those. The buttons on the thing. That's really cool. Yeah, that's really, really good. Okay, so can we? No, because that's his skin tone. Can you? So the piping of the jacket.
Yes.
Can you show me at the bottom of his cut-offs on his legs? What colour are they? Oh no, they're the same. No, that's perfect. That's just wanted.
It is the same colour. Yeah.
Yep. No, that's good. That's good. In which case, I can say that even if it isn't actually a ring. Can we go back to the rings?
Yes.
Because what I would like him to have is a irritatingly. You might know this actually. I don't know where a. Do you know what I mean by a signet ring?
Yeah.
Does that always go on your little finger?
I think traditionally, yes. I don't think there's any. I mean, it's traditionally yes, but there's no reason why it can't go somewhere else. Both in the real world and also in this.
Yeah.
In this campaign.
So what I'm wanting to do on this is give the impression of him being someone who has a signet ring.
Gotcha.
So I think it might have to go on the. It'll be on the right hand, on the finger.
I think yes. That's a simple one. It's a diamond one, which we can paint it in such a way that it looks less gem-like and more signet-like.
I think that's the final one. It has to be.
There we go.
Oh, that doesn't really look like. Can we make it smaller?
We can't scale these. I don't think.
Oh, that's annoying.
We can paint this. I think painting it so that the top is the same color with maybe a detail in the middle would be the way to go to make it.
Which is, show me a simple one again.
That's a simple one.
No, the problem is that looks too big. Oh, that's irritating. No, in which case he's not going to have it. That's annoying.
No problem.
Unless we'll try him on the other hand.
Oh yeah. Okay. Oh, true. Because that's less conspicuous from the pose.
Exactly.
That one, and there is that one.
Show me the last one. The other one. That one. That's not bad.
That looks much subtler there, actually. Yeah.
Exactly. I quite like it being on his left hand.
Yeah.
I basically want him to have the capability of having a because in Baldur's Gate there's a mark, isn't it, which means you can get into the upper city.
Oh yeah, I forget what it's called, but yeah,
that kind of thing. I would like him to still have that in some form or another, and if that can be illustrated on this, I would really like that. If that's what we've got,
colors.
Yes.
So it's currently using a gem color. So what material would you like it to sort of imply that it is from the sort of the top?
Oh, just metal. Actually, I don't want to necessarily be a gem at the top.
Paints. We can do metal. Well, what color? Do you want the whole thing to be a uniform metal design color sort of thing?
Yes, if we could.
So what sort of colors? We've got weathered, we've got brighter, silver. So we've got that might be a bit more weathered. Can I zoom in? I can zoom in.
This is good.
That might be the. Oh no, I've got my eyedropper on. So that's back to paints, back to metal. That's a bit of a lighter grey.
Oh, that's better actually. Yes, if it's not quite so shiny, that works rather better.
Colour this the same material.
That's not bad, because that looks more like the thing I'm imagining it being, which is more sort of. I mean, what you do now is hold something up to a beep, don't you? But
yes, sort of the RFID signet ring. Yes,
that's kind of exactly. Yeah. So can you show me it in blue on the coloured ones? Actually, sorry, a blue on the dark.
Blue on the middle bit.
Weathered and then coloured and then dark. Can you show me the blue one on the dark, which is more across?
So blue in the dark. Pull the plum. I'll show you the whole thing in that colour.
That's nice.
Yeah, that's a nice colour.
That is good, actually.
You want the sort of the sort of detail on the top to be the same colour. We can tweak little bits of it, or we can leave it all.
Yeah, no. Can you go up to the coloured selection and give me like a brighter blue, but in a simple just
armour? Through the whole thing, or just through the
just
top?
The top bit, just the top. That's good. Yeah. Or just show me red, just in case.
Oh yeah, the coloured red, the bright one.
Yeah, please. Oh, do you see that does look better? Because then it looks more like.
I think that will be better because it has that pop sort of feel to it. It doesn't. It's not a gem. It's not a colour that feels like a gem. It feels like a sort of a metal.
That's what I'm thinking. But I like it gives the impression of a seal ring,
yes.
Like one that you press it, and that's what I want. That's what I want because that's what a signet basically does. Yes, I'm happy with that. Again, I mean, it's too big, but so's the dagger, and I think it gives the right impression.
Yeah.
Oh, and look at his. Oh, yes, and the pop of the purple is.
Yeah, that's exactly really nice colour overall.
Yeah, I think that's good. And yes, look at his mariachi shoes. Okay, I think I'm pretty happy with that. What do you think? What else do we think we can look at? He doesn't carry anything.
Go ahead.
I'm trying to think it through. He doesn't carry anything. So apart from the ring, which I'm glad I included, I don't think there's anything too sort of stand out about him.
No,
we've got him in the
palette, the pose, and the clothing is so distinct. Like this is an iconic pose. You don't need the augmentation of that, and it's not the type of character who wields a big battle axe or something, but is a fundamental part of their sort of iconic self. So exactly. I think this conveys Viorica really nicely.
And exactly, and given that, and actually, it gives the impression that there's something more happening.
Yeah,
he's not.
The pose is so singular and specific that it tells you a lot just from that alone.
Because that's what I mean. Because it makes him look as if he's slightly confused. He is a sort of beautiful being, but having been told that he isn't for most of it. Sorry, this is where it gets complicated. He has been told he's a sweet and tiny, beautiful bird. Do you know what I mean? In someone's hand. Yes. But now that he's 6'5" and all of that kind of stuff, he's not anymore.
Bit of a dissonance there, yeah.
That's what I mean. And so this is why it's so interesting. I think that the expression we've got gives a very good impression of that. Can we go back to the face, actually?
Absolutely. You want to zoom in, or do you want to play around with the facial expressions a bit?
Oh, no, irritatingly, because he does look very good in Elven. I was wanting, because he needs to have those very almond eyes, but I was wondering if we could move them so they're not pointing up quite so much. But he'll just look worse. Let me do that, because I think that they'll just look worse. I've always wanted eyes like that, and I don't have them myself.
So you want to change the sort of the direction of the eyes are looking? Is that what you mean?
No. I really like it like this.
Oh, I see. Right.
No, I think I'm set. I really like this.
Great. No, he looks fantastic. I'm super excited.
Yeah. I'm really pleased with him.
One last turn around.
Now, I don't want you to necessarily reveal everything, because one of my favourite things is finding out about the characters as I start playing with them. But are any of the characters significantly taller than me?
Not currently. No, I mean, no, significantly or otherwise, no.
That's perfect.
Cool. Yeah, this is you will stand out in this regard, absolutely.
That's what I'm thinking. Because if we can have that, because in the previous campaign's artwork, he always had to stand at the back because he was at least a foot taller than everybody else, and that rather fits now. But yes, please, like, if that's what we've got, I'm very happy with that.
Fantastic. So thank you very much, Ed. We will be streaming Buried from January through March on twitch.tv/D&D and twitch.tv/RollTogetherRPG. That will be in our Monday slot, which is 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. UK time. Really excited to have Viorica playing, Ed playing Viorica in the campaign, but to see how that all pans out, and we hope to see you there. Thank you.